They say the Hollow Grove is a place you don't find. It finds you. Hidden deep within the ancient forest, it lures the curious and the lost with its unnatural beauty. But those who enter rarely leave, and if they do, they're never the same. Tonight, we follow the story of Luna, a skeptic whose thirst for adventure led her into the heart of the grove. What she found there was beyond her wildest nightmares. So sit back, turn off the lights, and let's delve into the mystery of the Hollow Grove curse. Luna had always been a skeptic. Ghost stories, cursed forests, and mythical beings, none of it fazed her. She lived for the thrill of exploring the unexplored, armed with her camera and an insatiable curiosity. So, when she heard whispers of the Forbidden Hollow Grove during a small-town stop on her latest road trip, she couldn't resist. "The Hollow Grove?" she repeated, raising an eyebrow at the elderly shopkeeper. "Sounds like a tourist trap." The woman's expression darkened, her weathered hand trembling as she adjusted her shawl. "It's no trap, miss. It's a curse. Anyone who enters never comes out the same. If they come out at all." Luna pocketed the directions the woman had reluctantly scribbled down, brushing it off as local folklore. Still, as she hiked deeper into the forest, she couldn't shake the weight of the old woman's warning. The forest grew denser, its towering trees blocking out most of the sunlight. The air was unnaturally still, save for the occasional rustle of unseen creatures. Just as Luna began to wonder if she was lost, she spotted it, a glowing arch of twisting vines and flowers shimmering in shades of green and gold. Beyond it lay the Hollow Grove. Luna hesitated, her pulse quickening. The grove was unlike anything she'd ever seen. Ancient trees with glowing leaves stretched toward the sky, their roots forming intricate patterns on the moss-covered ground. Streams of crystal-clear water wove through fields of luminous mushrooms and flowers that seemed to hum with life. It was beautiful and entirely unnatural. "Welcome, traveller." The melodic voice belonged to an elf, taller than any human, with angular features and piercing silver eyes. Its long silver hair seemed to flow like liquid light, and its skin shimmered faintly. Others appeared, their serene smiles unnervingly perfect. "Few find their way to the Hollow Grove. You must be special," the first elf said. Luna's instinct told her to be wary, but her curiosity won out. "Mind if I take a few shots?" she asked, raising her camera. The elves exchanged glances, their smiles widening. "Of course," one said, "but first join us. Tonight, we celebrate." They led her to a feast laid out on a table made of living wood. The fruits and drinks tempted her, but she hesitated, remembering tales of magical food. Instead, she focused on capturing the grove's beauty. As the elves danced and sang, Luna began noticing odd details, shadows that moved on their own, laughter that never reached their eyes. At the grove's centre stood a massive tree, its gnarled roots pulsing faintly. Something about it felt alive. Exploring the edges of the clearing, she stumbled upon scattered remnants of old belongings. Tattered backpack, a rusted water bottle, signs of others who had never left. The sight sent a chill through her. Who were these people? And why were their belongings left behind? Her curiosity deepened as she slipped away from the festivities, drawn toward the towering central tree. Carved into its trunk were words in an unfamiliar script. Luna stared at them, and they seemed to shift and rearrange, forming a chilling warning she could read. "The grove takes what it gives." The phrase echoed in her mind, and she spun around to find the elves watching her, their smiles now cold and unsettling. "You should not have read that," the first elf said, its melodic tone replaced by something sharp and menacing. What does it mean? Luna's voice was barely above a whisper. The elf's silver eyes narrowed. The hollow grove feeds on those who enter. In return, it grants us immortality. The grove seemed to come alive. The ground trembled as roots writhed and twisted toward her feet. The air grew heavy, pressing down on her chest. "You can't keep me here," she said, her voice shaking but defiant. The elves laughed, a sound like shattering glass. "There is no escape," they said in unison. "The grove will claim you, as it has claimed so many before." Luna turned and ran, adrenaline surging. The grove twisted and shifted, paths looping back on themselves, as if the forest were alive and working against her. The glowing plants dimmed, their once vivid light replaced by an ominous red hue. Whispers filled the air, urging her to stop, to surrender. She tripped over a root but quickly scrambled to her feet, her mind racing for an escape. The golden light she had seen earlier was gone, and darkness began to close in. Desperation clawed at her thoughts, and then she saw it, a faint golden light flickering in the distance. Summoning every ounce of strength, she sprinted toward it, ignoring the roots clawing at her legs. She burst through the arch, collapsing onto the forest floor. When she looked back, the grove was gone. The arch had crumbled, leaving only an overgrown thicket. In her hand, she found a small, glowing seed. It pulsed faintly, as if alive. Despite everything, she hesitated to discard it. What power did it hold? Was it a gift or a curse? As she walked back to her car, the seed's glow dimmed, but a voice lingered in her mind. The grove takes what it gives. It was over. Or was it? She couldn't shake the feeling that her connection to the hollow grove wasn't truly broken. If you enjoyed this story and want more chilling tales of the supernatural and unknown, don't forget to subscribe to Stories from the Night. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Until next time, sleep tight if you can.